Alrighty, good Friday evening, everyone. It's 21 News Chief Meteorologist Eric Wilhelm here, and I don't have a lot of great news in this evening's weather for Weather Geeks. Spring is going on a little bit of a hiatus with a couple of exceptions next week. We've got some accumulating snow to talk about over the weekend, and on this Friday evening it is just damp and chilly. We're putting a lid, we're wrapping up, if you will, Severe Weather Awareness Week in the state of Ohio. All week we've been talking about different aspects of severe weather, safety tips, reminders, as we exit the winter season ever so gradually and head into spring and increasing chances of thunderstorms that may mean some business. And tonight's subject is one of those things that you hope you never need, but it's a good idea to have it anyway, and that's kind of a safe place kit. We talked earlier this week about where in your home or business your safe place should be. Well, what should you keep in that safe place if you have to shelter there in case of a tornado or a really bad thunderstorm? Well, it's good to, of course, have your cell phone with you, and extra chargers, a spare battery pack, keeping that in your safe space is a good idea. This is something not a lot of people think about, I suspect, but a good pair of hard-toed shoes. In the worst-case scenarios, after the storm and possible tornado leaves, you may have to step over debris that has jagged edges and is really sharp, and you don't want to be in flip-flops or bare feet or anything like that in that situation. So, good idea to have hard-toed shoes. Helmets. Always recommend bicycle helmets and batting helmets and things like that to protect your head in case of a tornado. Now, again, worst-case scenario, but if your home has been damaged or worse by a tornado and you need some help, it may be kind of hard to get someone's attention if your whole neighborhood's been ravaged. And I know that, most of us don't think this will ever happen to us, and it probably won't, but better safe than sorry, right? This stuff does not take much effort to stick this stuff in a closet or other safe spaces. But a whistle or an air horn, a good idea to get someone's attention. And of course, a real good flashlight with fresh batteries, not just the flashlight that's on your phone in case your phone loses power or something like that. If the battery drains, you want a good old-fashioned flashlight with fresh batteries in your safe place. Well, 20 years ago, we were not dealing with severe weather, but 20 years ago today, some late season snow fun. 6.1 inches of snow on today's date back in 2002. And while we do have some accumulating snow coming this weekend, nothing of that magnitude. What we have this evening is chilly rain here and there. Now, it's not much. Sprinkles, a couple of passing showers. That'll be the case for the rest of the evening hours. We're becoming more and more under the influence of a spinning area of low pressure in the upper levels of the atmosphere that's just going to kind of very slowly pivot through the Great Lakes as we head into the weekend, where the air is cold enough in the upper Midwest this evening. We have snow showers falling underneath these clouds in parts of Illinois and especially up into Wisconsin and eastern Minnesota. What you see is what you get for this evening. It's chilly, a little damp weather at times. Showers will come and go. Now, gradually as we head through the overnight, the air will cool enough, especially aloft, that some snow showers will be found by tomorrow morning. Now, I'm not expecting this to add up to much at all. Roads should remain wet, but some snowflakes can be seen in parts of the area as our Saturday gets underway. Now, as we head through the daylight hours on Saturday, we're going to have a couple of competing things going on. Pretty good ingredients for widespread precipitation. We'll have some lake enhancement going on. If this were the dead of winter, it'd be a pretty big lake effect snow kind of setup. But it's late March, and even though we're not going to see the sun tomorrow, it's still up there, and that incoming solar radiation still means a lot, even though you have a thick blanket of clouds. Along with this, air temperatures down here at the ground will be in the upper 30s to around 40. So all that being said, even though we're going to see snow showers on occasion, a few raindrops mixed in the afternoon, I think things are just going to be wet across the area. Now, during the daylight hours tomorrow, this will change tomorrow night once the sun sets, and the strong March sun doesn't mean anything at that point. And also, the air will continue to cool, will be in the 20s by tomorrow night. So starting after sunset Saturday evening, taking us through the overnight, there'll be snow showers around that will lead to some accumulations across the area, and it'll be a blustery and cold Sunday. Snow showers and flurries coming and going through at least early afternoon, maybe even lingering through late in the afternoon on Sunday, and then finally things quiet down, even though it's going to be pretty cold again on Monday. Here's a look at the computer model snow expectations for the kind of the middle of our viewing area, Warren to Youngstown and everywhere kind of near that zone. You can see there's decent model agreement here, right around 1.5 inches to maybe even 2 inches. Here's the 3-inch line up here. And again, this is for kind of the middle of our viewing area, and so no surprise, our forecast kind of shades in that direction. A general coating to 1 inch or even 2 in all of this light blue area, including all of Mahoning County, northern parts of Columbiana County, down towards East Palestine and Columbiana, Salem, places like that, over to Newcastle. Once you're far enough north, though, up towards Howland, up towards the Warren area, Southington, Johnston, Gustavus, Greenville, Kinsman, New Lebanon, Sandy Lake, all those places, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if some places end up with maybe 3 or so inches worth of snow before the weekend is through. 4 maybe, kind of pushing it, but I could see many places getting 2.5, 3 inches, 3.5 inches worth of snow, mostly late Saturday evening through the overnight into Sunday morning. No matter how much snow you're going to get, I should say, it is going to be cold and blustery on Sunday. We'll wake up with wind chills in the single digits, and wind chills will not be much better than the teens during the day. Actual air temperatures this weekend, 39 Saturday, 29 on Sunday, and we'll be just about as cold on Monday before a midweek thaw. I wanted to briefly talk about the longer range this evening, and here's a look at the European long-range modeling showing air temperatures up above our heads a little bit, but it's kind of representative of the ground. Going out over the next couple weeks, here's our weekend and early next week cold shot, then a brief warm-up for midweek. So I think we're going to get into the 60s by Thursday, but then by next weekend, here comes chillier air again. I think the first weekend of April was going to be pretty chilly. Once the chillier air returns, it probably has some staying power. Now, this animation is rolling forward all the way through the 5th, 6th of April. Beyond that, you just don't see much orange and red over the region. While this is just, kind of one set of model information, there's pretty decent agreement on all of our medium range modeling that the start of April is not going to be very spring-like. And, we can't be all that surprised by this, right? Springtime can be a fickle beast around here, and all things considered, we've had a fairly mild month of March, so it looks like we're going to pay the piper a little bit come April. Hey, if you follow me on Facebook, you may have noticed I have not posted anything since yesterday. I'm having some trouble with my Facebook page. I accidentally kind of deleted myself as a administrator of that page yesterday, and we're trying to work with Facebook to reinstate that. So that's the reason why on my personal Facebook page, my meteorologist Eric Wilhelm page, that right now we don't have any fresh posts and may not until sometime next week. But we'll keep posting, of course, this video and other weather content on the Storm Tracker 21 account. All of our other weather staff here, make sure you're following all of them on social media. And of course, I still have Instagram and I still have Twitter. Eric WFMJ on both Instagram and Twitter. And hopefully my Facebook page will return to service at some point next week. In the meantime, thanks for watching tonight's weather for Weather Geeks. Have a great weekend, everyone, and we'll see you back here on Monday.